Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. We're looking at the new incarnation of the famous Camp Nou, now even more prominent as the symbol of the Catalan capital. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, Peter, in this guy, Alphonso Davies, it's going to be interesting to see how opponents try to navigate their way around him. Someone so good in defensive transitions with amazing powers of recovery thanks to his blistering pace.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. Oh, this looks sharp.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their...
Applies the finish! Beckham. And it's Davis, looking for the run. Diaz receives it in a wide position, skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Good chance here! And for a moment, time stood still. And we have our very first corner. He's going for goal! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Gamba Osaka have the chance to go the other way. Over to the other side.
That's a great ball cross-field.
He's in plenty of space here. Can he finish? Oh, that was no routine save.
Mbappe clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
It's their second corner of the game. Nice interception, well timed. That's put paid to the danger. He's having a hit! And that will sail harmlessly past.
Well, at least he's not short on confidence. Trying from that sort of distance, why not?
And they've got rid. Quarter of an hour played. And he's decided to go for it. Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Xabi Alonso actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Corner number 3 coming up. Cleared away. Kimmich's cross. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, it's plain for all to see who has settled into this game with the greater superiority. Now for a goal.
And he's gone looking for safety. He's having a shot! That was superb goalkeeping.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Corner number 4 coming up here. And a few accusing looks coming his way. Plays a shot. Mbappe! They've scored! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Marcó en el minuto 26 el dorsal 18.
So the first goal of the game.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Goes for the shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Oh, what has happened here? And for sure, that was not one of his best.
Mbappe clearly felt that distance wasn't an issue, but maybe there were better options for him there.
Dealt with nicely by the defence. Tries to play it through. Big chance! A real chance and a real let-off.
Well, that always looked a little ambitious for me, but still, at least he had the confidence to take it on.
And he's got away from it. Shapes to shoot! It's in! They are purring, truly purring. A horrible blip, a moment they could well have done without.
I think the defence really need to wake up here, Peter. They really shouldn't be getting caught out like that.
El dorsal 18.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. Some front-footed pressing going on here. Nicely weighted ball. Can he get it through? And he welcomes it in. Mbappe! Just cruising! They are cruising! And there's your hat-trick hero. He is simply indefatigable. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
This is such a dominant performance. The defence are sick of the sight of him, but he doesn't look finished just yet.
A case now of complete control. Driving on and making good progress. A lot of space ahead of him. And the shot! And there's a goal! And they're threatening to fly away here. Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. Now, can they get him away? Oh, that's fabulous. Crossed into the box. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Conte. Oh, that's ambitious. That marks a high-octane end to the first half. Well, what a half they've had. Cruising to victory, and it's only half-time. Astonishing.
Well, for me, it's a lead that's thoroughly deserved, Peter. They've been quicker to pretty much everything so far. The only thing you've got to wonder is, how taxing is this for the players? How long can they keep it up for? Are we going to see a fade in this second half?
So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest. And we're already back up and running after half-time. Distributed tidily. Mbappe.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Now it's Kante. Goes for a shot! Now that was quite some save.
Munich really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
Oh, a few ironic cheers tell the story. Oh no, this does not look good. Great chance! It's a goal! And it adds further to a heavily one-sided scoreline. This is getting punishing.
Some of those players look totally lost out there now, Peter, and you can't blame them.
This is a gloriously greedy performance. Well, that is one way to stop him. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Well-timed, excellent interception. Beckham currently being consciously targeted.
Well, he's been dropping into space and spraying balls all over the pitch, so enough seems enough now. Incentive set and incentive met. Now they've got to take it on another level.
And that has put paid to that.
Munich couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
Great vision. Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Nakatani. Looking to play him in. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 21, el dorsal 23, el dorsal 13, Beckham, el dorsal 8, Xabi Alonso. Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 10.
Looking for options for movement. Right, Sané. Oh, that was vital. The corner count is rising. That's 6. Sané with the short one. Applies the finish! Sensational from Sané! About as smooth as it gets. And it is becoming almost too painful to watch. Where to next?
Well, this is turning into a real hammering now, Peter. They're demoralised.
And in a trice, the substitute has scored already.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
He's put his foot right through that one.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Se va a realizar un cambio de jugadores.
Gamba Osaka choosing to make the first change.
Yeah, they're looking for some imagination, and his job's going to be to add that element of craft and guile, the man pulling the strings.
And they've got rid. That's a look and place it forward. Here's a chance! No, it's wide.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Se va a llevar a cabo un cambio de jugadores.
Gamba Osaka making further changes here and in quick succession.
Well, he can certainly make his side a lot more unpredictable, Peter. You know, he has a very good eye for a pass.
Shoots! Oh, there was plenty on that.
If he sacrifices some power, he may control the elevation.
Just a quarter of an hour to play. He is through here. Gnabry might just make this. And it's been played through. Lampard finding himself in space. Gnabry plays it in. And that is well cleared. And he's only too happy to take that back. Nakatani. Foot in. So a bit of a revolving door here. Lots and lots of changes.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Kimmich running with intent. Can he get on the end of this? And he's picked it up out wide. Tries to cross. Cristiano Ronaldo! No joy, but a decent try. Count does really well there, strong defending. Now that looks a decent ball. Cristiano Ronaldo. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Conte pokes it out wide. And he's managed to get free. Shot a goal! And that has flown over. And it's made its way to him. Count. Lampard. And now the breakaway into the channel.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Oh, good effort! And he's stuck it away! It hurts, does it not? Oh, how reality hurts.
Absolutely no element of fluke either. Makes this even more worrying in some ways.
And that will be it. Well, that was a tale of two very different teams. One driven, ruthless, prolific. The other quite the opposite in all of those areas. The result, a very